What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be unboxing and building the Blokees Star Wars Mandalorian model kit GV-01. So this is the first set of figures from Blokees in the Star Wars line. And decided to do the Mandalorian set. And I'm actually not sure what to expect here. I've done all of the Galaxy version for Transformers. So this is the first Star Wars. 9 designs, may have a secret. So here are the figures you get. You get IG-11, Djin, or the Mandalorian, Moth, Gideon, Boba Fett, the Armor, Incinerator, Stormtrooper, regular Stormtrooper, and Ashoka Tena. And then you get the secret is Djarin with some extra blast effects and stuff like that. So let's get it open. I don't know if I've gotten the well, actually, let's see. On this side, just got a picture of Mandalorian. No tools needed. I think that's it. Okay. And I'll do this like I normally do. I'll open them up and then I will unbox them, figure out what they are, and then I will put them together. So it's very similar to Transformers. We got individual boxes. They are sealed with the plastic on there. You got a picture of the Mandalorian there. You got the child here. It's not Yoda. And then we got instructions to put it together. Somewhere between 23 and 52 pieces for each one. Let me get all the plastic out of here and then we'll start unboxing them. All right, let's start getting them open. And if you don't know, I'm actually a huge Star Wars fan. I just don't collect toys or memorabilia. I have very little in my house. I have like a Darth Vader mask that I bought for my wife, and then I got a couple of lightsabers, and that's really it. And now we've got, Blokees, but before this, I didn't really have anything. There's a package here. Curious what's in here. Okay, then here's the collector's card. All right, so we're going to open these for each one. And it does come a little stand, display stand. This is new. This is a new design for them. That's interesting. All right, number 2. This one's got 3 bags. Looks like the child. Oh, because it comes with this little floating crib or whatever. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's got a little earth-colored stand, and then it's got the Grogu. All right, next up we have Ashoka. Pretty sure. Yeah. She looks kind of weird. I don't know. The sculpt of these are interesting. Now, those classic class figures I looked at, those were phenomenal. Like, those were really high quality. All right, there's Ashoka. All right, next up, another 3-bag figure. And looks like a Stormtrooper. Yep. And yeah, the Incinerator Stormtrooper. All right, next up. Looks like Djarin. Yep. So I don't think I got the special edition because this one looks regular. Let's just open this up to make sure. Yeah, we got the regular one, which is fine. Next up, we got Boba Fett. That's pretty cool. Here's Boba Fett. Next up, we have, looks like another Stormtrooper. Yep. So we got a regular Stormtrooper. Here's the collector's card. Alright, next up. Probably should have just opened these and looked at the cards, but we got Moff Gideon in his... Oh, he's got a helmet on. Alright, and the last one. Right, process of elimination, it's going to be IG-11, but... Yep, here's IG-11. Alright, so now let's get these guys built. I'm going to do it in the normal way, just fast forward, and then we'll take a look at the figures. Alright, so there are all of the figures built. And they do look pretty cool. It's a nice mix of characters from The Mandalorian. Now, let's take a look at each one individually. I will work my way from the outside in, so we'll take a look at these guys last. All right, so starting off with the Stormtrooper and the Incinerator Stormtrooper. They do have a different deco on them. I'll go to each of them individually. Some of the features are the same. Like, they all have this stand, with exception to Grogu. So, just take a look at it once. It does have a peg there, which fits in the front of the foot. So you can get him into, running pose, walking pose, whatever, using that peg system. Let's take a look at the details. It's got some black paint, blue paint on the sides. He does have the little details here on the belt and on the knee pad. He does come with a blaster. It is separate this time. For whatever reason, in the classic class version, the gun was part of the hand. I do think it looks better in the end, the way they had it pre-posed, but this is fine too. It doesn't come with any other accessories other than the stand. Let's go over the articulation. Head is on a ball joint, so it goes up to there, down to there, side to side, rotates around. Shoulders rotate around on a ball joint, out to the side, up to there. There's a cutout to allow it to get up to there. You have a drop down joint on the shoulder. Rotation at the bicep. Actually, it's a rotation at the elbow. 90-degree bend at the elbow. It's kind of limited, like almost unnecessarily limited, but it's got 90 degrees. Hand is on a ball joint, so it rotates and moves in and out. Waist, you have an ab crunch here at the upper and lower joint, so you get down to there, back to there. Oops. Side to side, and it rotates around. Pretty good movement at the waist if I compare it to some of the others. All right, continuing down, we have legs on a ball joint, gets up to there, kind of collides with this thing. This is also on a ball joint, so if you wanted to rotate out of the way, you could. But up to there, back to there, out to the side, rotation at the thigh around the universal. You have a double jointed knee, just due to the sculpt. It doesn't really get past there. There's a kneecap here that does move independently. It's on a ball joint. You have feet on a ball joint, so forward and backward, side to side, and rotates around. Pretty much every one of them is the exact same articulation, so I'll probably skip it from here on out. You can, since it's a Stormtrooper, you can get him kind of holding his gun in the way you'd expect. And that looks pretty good. For the Incinerator Stormtrooper, we have a little bit of extra, slightly different colored mask. He does have the tank for, I guess, the fuel for his gun, or his incinerator. It does come with this fire effect, which actually looks really good. It's a very well done effect. That'll plug into the gun. And now you have this. I think that looks really, really good. All right, next let's take a look at the armor and Ashoka. So the armor does have a helmet with some gold paint. It does come with the, what do you call these, tongs and a hammer. You know, she is a blacksmith after all. This one, the skirt piece here, it does move back and forth. But other than that, it is the same articulation. I guess this, for fur piece is on a ball joint, so that does move. But all the rest of the articulation is basically the same. The weapons do look good. They just look a little sized wrong. I don't know if that's just me. It does seem a little bit off. Nice looking boots. Overall, good looking version of the armor. And then here is Ashoka, and she looks really good. She's got some nice paint on the face. The face is not quite there, but it does get this head piece down. That looks pretty darn accurate. Comes with 2 lightsabers. You get one with the tilted handle and one with the straight handle. You get some blue paint out here. Paint on the belt, paint on the feet. Here's the back. They're pretty good looking sabers. And you can get her into some poses. So, yeah. There you go. Alright, next we'll have Moff Gideon and Boba Fett. So, for Moff Gideon, he does have the helmet on that he had in that final battle scene. Comes with his spear here. Has a pointy edge there. The helmet has some red paint and then some translucent red for the visor. Silver and red here for the belt. The cape is on a ball joint, so you can't get in and out and side to side. He does have a backpack. It does look pretty cool. I think it's a cool looking version. Would have been nice if they had his face. I keep knocking these over. You know, his face sculpt, but this looks good too. All the articulation other than that cape is the same. Then we have Boba Fett, and this is probably one of my favorites of the whole set. He does have his little scanner up here. Black plastic, light green, red, black, light green, little accents here and there on the chest, on the arms. There's his insignia there, his belt. He's got quite a bit of detail compared to the rest. Even on the backpack with his missile, he's got details back here. I do think he's one of the better looking of the set. He does come with his shotgun as well as his blaster. Both of those look nice. He's got what looks like the sheath for the gun. That's not what it's called, but the place where he could put the gun in, so that's kind of cool. On the back of the cape. The cape is on a C-clip, so it can go up to there, down to there. So you can pose that. All in all, it's a pretty good looking Boba Fett. I do wish his head would move a little bit more. It's kind of limited because of the helmet. It does rotate, it goes a little side to side. It just doesn't go up, and I want it to go up more so it can look up and fly. To get his kind of arms up and have him flying with his jetpack. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking version of Boba Fett. All right, and last but not least, we have IG-11, Grogu, and Djarin or the Mandalorian. And let's start with IG-11. He does have a little bit of this brown accent paint there, white for the legs, white for the eyes, or I guess cameras. It comes with 2 blasters, one big blaster and one smaller blaster. He is a little bit different than the rest in terms of articulations. Let's go over it. Head is on a ball joint, rotates around side to side and rotates this way. Shoulders can rotate around on this hinge out to the side on a ball joint. Rotation on that ball joint. Then you bend at the elbow. You have a rotation at the wrist. You have a rotation at the upper body. No real ab crunch, maybe a little bit, but mostly it's just a rotation. Rotation at the lower joint. Meant to be more robotic, right? He's meant to be not humanoid. You have bend at the knee, gets up to there, back to there, out to the side. Your rotation here at the thigh. It's a little tight, so it's hard to get it. Kind of have to hold this upper joint. That's what I was saying earlier. Some things are tolerance a little bit too tight. A little past 90 on the knee. Feet are on a ball joint, so you get side to side, forward and backward, and a rotation. I do think it looks really good. It's just some of the tolerances are uneven, I would say. All right. Next we have Grogu. And he does come in his little carrier. You can't take him out. He's got little feet down there. You can pose the arms up and down, and you can rotate the hands on a ball joint. So I like to put it like that. Head can rotate. He does have black paint for the eyes. Good looking version of Grogu. Here's the back. And he can sit in here. There's a little peg point in the back of his robe. And if you want, you can remove this piece and install this piece. And now it looks like he's got the fully enclosed transporter. You have the little stones down here, little rocks. That looks pretty good. So it looks like the dirt from that world they were on. And then this has 2 points of articulation on it. All right, last but not least, we have the Mandalorian Djarin. It does have some nice detail. It's got silver for the chest plate and the shoulder plates. There is detail on those. There's detail here on the hip. Surprising amount of detail for a little guy like this. He does have a cape that's on a ball joint, so this can swing out, it can rotate. You know, you can kind of have it windswept or whatever. Everything is plastic, by the way. There's no soft goods in any of these sets, at least not so far. He gets a little bit extra different thing. He's got a hip skirt here on the side that can rotate. It's on a C-clip. But everything else is pretty much the same. He does have 2 unique leg molds. Comes with a blaster. It's in his hand. There are no other weapons with this guy. But overall, I think he's a pretty good looking version of Mandalorian. So final recommendations on the Blokees Star Wars Galaxy Version 01 Mandalorian. I'm going to give this a 3 to 5 partial recommendation. Let me explain why. I do think these guys look really good. Like, they captured pretty much all of the characters' likenesses pretty well. However, I find the build process to be not all that fun. There's a lot of really small parts. I think it would be better for kids, just especially with smaller hands. I just think they'd be better off on the build process. Also, some of the articulation is kind of limited, especially the elbows and the knees, the leg, the thigh pieces. All of that feels a little bit limited. It does size well with the vintage collection. So if you're planning to put this with vintage, I think you'll be pretty happy because they do fit in, right? They do have the right size for that and the right aesthetic for that. I think it'll work. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.